Hello, my dear students. In today's lesson, we're going to talk about the sights of London and the landscape of London. So, let's start our trip on double-deck bus, yes? So, it's a double-deck bus. It's a symbol, also the well-known the double-deck bus. So, the content of our presentation is you can see the London. In London you can find the Buckingham Palace, the Houses of Parliament, Big Ben, Trafalgar Square, Westminster Abbey, Tower Bridge, and St. Paul's Cathedral, Buckingham Palace, and so lot of sightseeings of the London you can find. New words: Westminster Abbey, House of Parliament, Buckingham Palace, St. Paul's, St. Paul's Cathedral, the Tower of London, double-decker bus. All of them are the new words, and write down if you don't know these words. Okay, let's continue. Let's walk with the map. So, London is the British capital and one of the biggest cities in the world. So, in this map, you can find this London, for example, in Birmingham, yes, in Stockholm, Stoke-on-Trent, Nottingham, Manchester, and London is the capital of the United Kingdom. It consists of three parts: the city of London, the West End, and the East End. You can find in the map. You can see the city of London in the heart, in the between the West and the East End. Yes. So in the west part you can see the West End. In the east part you can see the East End. So you can in the map you can see the river Thames. Also all the sightseeings also can find in the London is the capital of the UK. It's a beautiful city, very beautiful city. And is the city of history and the museums. You can find a lot of thousands of museums in the history. So these museums you can find. So here you can see this the House of Parliament. Look at the House of Parliament on the river Thames, and they're very old. And there was a palace there, and now it's the home of the British Parliament. Yes. Big Ben also. Look at the Big Ben, and you can hear the sound of big every hour in London. Every hour you can hear the sound of Big Ben. So it's a Big Ben, very old and very long, and so wonderful. It's the clock, yes, well-known clock. Trafalgar Square. Look at Trafalgar Square in the picture, in the photo. You can see the Trafalgar Square. Yeah, all tourists meet here, and there is a beautiful monument to Admiral Nelson in the center, and there are two beautiful fountains in the square. Westminster Abbey. Look at the Westminster Abbey with the two columns, with the very big columns. It is a political center of London. In the picture, you can see the Westminster Abbey. Look at the Tower Bridge. It's a bridge over the river Thames. It's a symbol of London. Yes. There's a lot of notebooks in front of the, also in the front page of the notebooks. You can see also you can have heard about the Tower Bridge. Yes, guys. So let's continue London's places of interest. The Tower Bridge. So it's a very old, well-known bridge in the world. Yeah, Big Ben is a symbol of the UK. Yeah, the House of Parliament also building in London. And the Trafalgar Square is the most beautiful place of London. You can find a lot of people and shows. And the museums also are near this of this Trafalgar Square. The National Gallery. This gallery you can find a lot of the works of the well-known scientists, also well-known paintings. Yeah, you can find a lot of the well-known pictures, also works of the well-known people. Now it's a museum. The British Museum is one of the largest museums in the world. The British Museum. It's a museum in Germany. A photo of the red London telephone booths, yeah? You can find the well-known double-decker and also telephone booths, also well-known around the world. The double-decker bus in London, 10 Downing Street. Buckingham Palace, also the official London home of the Queen. The Whitehall House, the clock, the Oxford, London is the capital of England. It lies on the River Thames. It has a population of over 8 million people. It's an old city and is famous for its historic buildings, the Paul's Cathedral, the House of Parliament, and you can see in the here the famous club Big Ben also, and it's also famous for its parks. There are a lot of green squares too. Children's favorite place is the Hamleys, which is the biggest toy shop in the world. Exercise 1, true or false? One is the smallest. So, is it true or false? Of course, false. It stands on the River Thames. It's true. Its population is over 20 million people. It's true. London consists of 10 parts, almost 3 parts. It's a false. London has got many interesting places. Yes, of course, it's true. Hamlet is the biggest toy shop in the world. Yes. Exercise 2, complete the sentence. London is the capital of the River Thames. Yeah. The famous London double-decker bus are red in color. Children's favorite place is a family. Yeah. Is the capital political center of London is the Westminster Abbey. London is a very old city. Westminster Abbey, London Bridge, and the Big Ben. Is it Trafalgar Square? Yeah, it's Westminster Abbey, Big Ben, London Bridge. Which one? It's a Big Ben. Yes, you're right. The House of Parliament, Buckingham Palace. It's the Buckingham Palace. So, Westminster Abbey, Buckingham Palace. It's the Buckingham Palace. Okay. Tate Gallery, London Bridge, and the Trafalgar Square. It's the Trafalgar Square. The Tower of London, St. Paul's, Trafalgar Square, Tower of London, House of Parliament, Buckingham Palace, and the Westminster. Which one? It's the Buckingham Palace. Read and the match. It's the home task, and it's also the classwork will be Big Ben, Trafalgar Square, yeah, Buckingham Palace, the House of Parliament, the Tower of Bridge, Tower of Square, National Gallery. Test it's about London, the capital of London. It's the home task. A is England, it's London, and the Great Britain. Its population is over 20 million, 8 million, and 6 million. The large clock is one of the towers. The Big Ben, which one is? Home task, it's learn the new words and exercise 7 on page 24, and it resolves the text London. And thank you for attention, and let's continue our lesson. Let's travel to around the world. Yeah, why do people travel? For example, to have a rest and explore new places, for education, to study, yeah, practice for the language, for an adventure, to know new cultures, entertainment, to see historical places, for shopping reasons, and because they hobby, and because of work or going business, to commute to work, school, to visit family also. Ways of transport, it's by land, car, by bus, yeah, drive a car, go by bus, bicycle, ride a bike, for example, by lorry, tram, van, scooter, etc. By air, by water, for example, ship, boat, yacht, canoe, ferry. Means of sport, transport, by car. For example, the dominant form of transport nowadays, undoubtedly, the car, and the Slovaks use it when they go on holidays or travel to closer destinations. It's got some disadvantages, but many advantages. First, you can stop when you want, when you are sick and tired, what to eat, and the car has got a big boot, so you can take a lot of luggage with you. What kind of consists? If you travel long distance, it's tiring, petrol, gas, no, it's expensive. This means of transport pollutes the environment a lot, and the catalyzers to reduce pollution. Means of transport, train. Traveling by train is quite common nowadays. That kind of pros and relatively cheap, quick, and comfortable. Also, cons, railway stations and the trains are noisy, overcrowded, and dirty sometimes. In the compartment, you didn't have the privacy, strangers staring, and the stressful listening to us, people's loud phone conversation, and the place is disturbing. Walking or riding back, if you travel by shorter distance, you can walk. That definitely the healthiest way of traveling. Yeah, and then underground tube subway. Big cities, it's very convenient. It's a very convenient way of travel. The underground trains go everywhere in 5 minutes. Means of sport, it's a plane. Transport is a plane. For example, what kind of pros and the cons? It's a fast, comfortable, relatable. They sometimes expensive. Then travel with low-cost airlines, budget airlines. Moreover, there is a danger of hijacking. Journey by plane also. Traveling abroad, and the Slovak family usually travel to spend their holidays abroad once a year. Families can use the services of travel agencies. They can travel indefinitely on their own. Home swapping, it's a new type of holiday. You exchange your home with the family in another country. Couch surfing, it's a way traveling for young people who want to save money. Accommodation is provided for per year. Hitchhiking and the backpacking. You can live in a hotel, hostel, cottage, and apartment. Vocabulary, yeah. For example, cancel, delay, connection, backpack, handbag. You can find a lot of new words in here. Crew, pilot, deck, cockpit, railways, dining car, fast train, passenger train, sleeping car, smoking, fare, book a seat, extend the stay, smuggle. Also hitchhiking, it's backpacking. Especially young people like to travel by hitchhiking. It's one of the cheapest way of traveling. They take the backpack, they can go wherever they want. The ship is dangerous and you must have luck by hitchhiking. It's very slow traveling. What to arrange before travel? When you are going abroad, you must have necessary documents. At first, check the validity of your passport. Sometimes you must get a visa and the other things. For example, you must change money. When you're going by train, by bus, and a plane, you must buy tickets. We have to have information about accommodation, transportation, and so on. You have to get travel insurance. You can give a hotel, hostel, cottage, and apartment. So thank you very much for attention. Goodbye, my dear students.